Bushiroad bought Stardom in 2019, and since then it has been reported that Stardom World subscriptions have doubled, and Stardom is on course to make a $1 million profit for the year of 2021. And this is especially impressive, especially for a wrestling promotion the size of Stardom. And at the forefront of this meteoric rise is the charismatic Giulia. But who is Giulia? Well, she's a bastard.
Yeah, I think you can end the video now.
No, but seriously, love her or hate her, she's raked in multiple end of year awards for Stardom in 2020, and she was part of the first women from Stardom to wrestle in the Tokyo Dome as part of the pre-show match for Wrestle Kingdom 14, and she repeated this feat again for Wrestle Kingdom 15. She's proven to be a mega draw in Japan, and has even main evented two of Stardom's big pay-per-views with her matches over the world champion Utami Hayashishita's matches. The people clearly love Giulia, even though she's a heel. But what makes her so special? My name is Sunny the Jobber, and we're gonna find out today. The first thing that makes Giulia so special is her interesting backstory. She was born in London, England, but is half Italian and is half Japanese. And before she started training to be a wrestler, she worked as a manager in an Italian restaurant. So don't be surprised if Giulia offers you pasta, some tea, and scones. She was also one of the few people in the world who would have taken a W either way, as England and Italy played in the finals of the European Football Championships for 2020, in which the latter won.
She's European champion, baby!
The second thing that makes Giulia so special is her badassery. When she arrived in Stardom, she had this aura of badassery about her. She carried herself like a champ, kinda like
John Cena!
And with the swagger that she was better than everybody else. Literally right after her debut match with Hazuki, Hana Kimura came out to the ring and she straight up spat in Giulia's face. And look at the look this sick person had on their face. Damn, son, spare me some spit. And after this, they brawled all the way to the outside of the arena. You don't usually see this happen often in wrestling, as wrestlers only usually go as far as the crowd. And bear in mind, this was the first time anybody had ever seen her really in action. Sometimes you see a wrestler for the first time and you know that there's something special, and that's the way with Giulia. You instantly knew that she was a star. Another example of her immense badassery was when Giulia had to go bald after she lost the white belt to Tam Nakano. But if anyone could rock a bald head, it was Giulia, and Giulia made it work. She somehow managed to look even more badass than before in her military gear, combat boots, and John Cena necklace.
John Cena!
And another example of a badassery was when Giulia took this sick bump off the ring post and got up, congratulated Micah, and walked away like nothing happened. Like, what? You're not even gonna sell it?
Nani?
Giulia is just the embodiment of charisma, and everything she does has an element of badassery to it that you can't help but gravitate towards. The third aspect of what makes Giulia so special is her in-ring work. Giulia's in-ring work is impeccable, and she has cool moves like the Stealth Viper or the Glorious Driver, which has beaten many opponents. One of her greatest matches have been with Hana Kimura. Her feud with Hana Kimura was the stuff of legends, and it culminated in a brutal match in which Giulia picked up the victory. And this match was so intense and physical that even after Giulia won, they continued to fight after the bell rung. Unfortunately, Hana Kimura passed away, and this was her last notable bout. So this match ended up getting a lot of traction and currently sits at 1.7 million views on YouTube. This brought a lot more eyes onto the already hot Giulia. Some of her greatest in-ring work in Stardom has also come against Tam Nakano. Giulia had a trilogy of matches with Tam Nakano. Tam Nakano unfortunately lost twice in the first two matches, but she did beat Giulia in the third match, and the third match was the best of the series, where the stipulation was a bit more hectic, as whoever lost the match would go bald. And voila, Giulia had to go bald. One of Giulia's greatest matches in Stardom is against Starlight Kid. The build up to this match was really good, as Giulia tried to cut Starlight Kid's mask off with the scissors. I mean, who does that to good old Starlight Kid? Okay, maybe she's not that good anymore since she joined the dark side. Another aspect of what makes Giulia so special is her incredible promo work. Usually when new wrestlers arrive in Stardom, they're very polite and humble, but Giulia was the opposite of this. She was rude and straight up flaming everybody. Like, bruh. Giulia has a tendency to be straight up savage to her opponents through her promos. Giulia also has a sense of wittiness about her promos that crosses over well, and her intense demeanor crossed with this wittiness relays her promos better. Another aspect of what makes Giulia so special is her faction Donna Del Mondo, which means women of the world. The members of Donna Del Mondo are all legit badasses too, with Syuri, who has a background in mixed martial arts and was even in the UFC. And one thing that's interesting about Syuri is that she always smiles in photos, even though the rest of the group looks deadly serious. Never change, Syuri. The next member of Donna Del Mondo is Maika, who has had previous experience in judo. And then there's Himeka, who is the muscle of the group. And then there's Natsupoi, who came later down the line and who was formerly a member of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. And she's a great high-speed wrestler. Another aspect of what makes Giulia so special is her unique looks and her willingness to take risks. It seems like after Giulia won the Cinderella tournament, she became jacked. Giulia, ma'am, those back muscles. Join the movement, people.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP!
Ever since Giulia got jacked, she's always been changing her looks. She's never played it safe, as she is always rocking new gear and new look, while other wrestlers prefer to only change their look a few times a year. But Giulia's is constantly changing. And Giulia could be bald today, wear a cap tomorrow, wear an actual wig the next day, wear a clown wig the next day, have orange hair the next day, have white hair the next day, and so forth and so forth. I think you get my point. She constantly takes risks, and through this she keeps the audience on their toes, never knowing what's next for Giulia. She's not afraid to put herself out there and be provocative. This is why she's a star, and she has been a huge draw for Stardom, and will probably take the red belt from Utami Hayashishita very soon. No disrespect to Utami, as she's amazing, and I'll make a video about her in due time, but Giulia is inevitable. She might as well be Thanos. Everybody who's not on the Giulia rocket, hop on, because it's bound for the stratosphere. Thank you for watching the video. If you loved it, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my socials. But anyway, arrivederci. Matana.